So I think it's fair to say that one of the best things about FIFA 19 Ultimate Team has been the release of flashback cards. No matter who these cards are given to, they always seem to generate a lot of hype within the community. In this video today, we're going to talk about some players who could potentially get a flashback item at some point throughout FIFA 19. Now, I've actually been working on this video for a while, I just hadn't got round to completing it, and in the meantime of me working on this video, 5 or 6 of the cards that I was planning to talk about actually got released as flashback cards in Ultimate Team, so yeah, that's a bit annoying, but that is my fault for not getting this video out sooner. Anyway, before we get into things, if you could leave a like on this video, that would be greatly appreciated. In the comment section down below, let me know which players you'd like to see receive a flashback card, and also let me know which flashback cards you currently have in your club right now. Just quickly before we get into things, I will say don't look too much into the ratings or the stats that are given the cards. I've pretty much just copied old card stats, as you'll see in a moment. So yeah, who knows what EA will do with this card, so mainly focus on the players in this video. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into things. Let's chat about some players who could get a flashback card in the next few months. We're going to start by talking about a potential flashback Nani. Now this guy actually just transferred to Orlando City in the MLS, so if he got this card, it would provide us with a nice soft link to the previously released flashback Ibrahimovic card. Nani has played on both wings throughout his career, so EA could give him a right wing card, but I think it's more than likely that he will be given a left wing card should he be given a flashback item. The next player I want to talk about is Ben Arthur. Now, I'm fully aware that Ben Arthur isn't currently in Ultimate Team. However, he was recently added into the FUT database, and if you go onto the transfer market right now and search his name, he actually will pop up in the search bar. If he is added into FIFA and you actually can get him as a card, then maybe later in the year we could see a flashback Ben Arthur at some point in FIFA 19. Ben Arthur has had some really good cards in previous FIFAs, and a flashback Persie 5-star skilling forward I'm sure would get a lot of people excited. We've had a couple of flashback defenders. We've had David Luiz, Juanfran, Baines and Dani Alves, but I would like to see more centre-backs flashbacks, and one that we could get potentially is Pepe. In previous FIFAs, Pepe's had some brilliant Ultimate Team cards, and I think if he was given a flashback item in FIFA 19, it would be a pretty popular item, especially if his pace got upgraded to the same amount of pace that he had on his FIFA 14 Team of the Season card. We haven't had a flashback goalkeeper yet, so maybe there's one coming out in the near future. I don't know, maybe not. Joe Hart could be a potential candidate for a goalkeeper flashback. He's had some great cards in the past, and he actually used to be one of the best goalkeepers you could buy in Ultimate Team. In both FIFA 12 and FIFA 13, he used to be incredibly overpowered, and in FIFA 12 he had a very nice 88 rated card which EA could flash back to. Up next is Frank Ribery. Now, I think everyone's just waiting for this guy to be given a flashback card. Ribery, over the years, has had multiple Team of the Season cards. He was also in the FIFA 14 Team of the Year, and he's just been a very popular card throughout the years. How much do you guys think a flashback Ribery would cost? Because there is no way, surely, that this card is going to be cheap. I don't even know what rating EA are going to give it. I think it all depends on when they release it, because if they release it around Team of the Season time, I think it'll be a pretty high rated card, but if they don't, if they release it earlier, I think it'll be like a 92 or 93 rated card. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section down below. Obviously, after talking about Ribery, we have to talk about Robben. The Dutch winger has had so many special cards in Ultimate Team. He's had a few Team of the Season cards, and like Ribery, he's also featured in a FIFA Team of the Year. I'm sure this card would be very freaking expensive if it was released, and once again, I'm unsure what rating it would be. So yeah, in that comment section down below, let me know what rating do you think Flashback Robben and Flashback Ribery both would be. Okay, the next player we're going to talk about is a bit of an interesting one. How about a flashback Olivier Giroud? Now, I think this one will divide opinion, but I think a flashback Giroud would be great, especially if EA choose to boost his pace to something like 81, like his FIFA 12 Team of the Season card. He was brilliant that season, and it earned him a move to the Premier League, and I can't help but think a flashback Giroud would be incredibly popular in this year's Ultimate Team. What about a flashback Lavezzi? Now this one is for the old school FUT players. I'm sure some of you remember how good this guy used to be in Ultimate Team. I don't think this one is likely to happen, but it would be a nice card if it did. Talking of old school, how about a flashback Diamante? Basically, if you know, you know. This card was incredible back in the day. The left foot on this card was absolutely mad. Long shots and set pieces, this guy was great at them both. Back in FIFA 13, 3 at the back formations were pretty popular, and Lichtsteiner's Team of the Season card was actually freaking good. Not many people use 3 at the back formations anymore, but with FIFA 19's game plan system, you can start someone in a position and switch them to another position just by hitting a button. So people could find some use for a flashback Lichtsteiner should it happen. I think we've only had one flashback item for the League Un, so maybe we're due another, I don't know. Cesc Fabregas has recently moved to Monaco, and he is the kind of player who would make for a pretty good flashback item. He's had plenty of high rated and special cards in the past, and yeah, I just think he'd make for a good flashback card. It is worth noting though that EA have just recently given him a one to watch card, so if he is going to get a flashback card, I'd imagine it would be later in the year now that I think about it. Up next is another Spanish player, Pepe Reina. Now, in the very early years of Ultimate Team, this guy had some incredible looking cards, and he could be an option for a flashback goalkeeper at some point in FIFA 19. Theo Walcott has had somewhat of an interesting career. Some of his best moments though came in the 12-13 Premier League season. A flashback Walcott might be a bit unlikely, but if it did happen, I'm sure that card would be incredibly popular due to his pace. Here's a wild one, Rafael van der Vaart. He's currently a 67 rated silver in FIFA 19, but in the past he had some really good cards and he was a pretty good performer for Tottenham when he was fit. Ashley Cole has recently moved clubs. He's now playing for Derby. The guy is like 38, but he's still playing, which is it's pretty mad. He's had a lot of high-rated cards over the years, and he is regarded as one of the Premier League's best left-backs. If he retires, I'm sure he'll get an end of era card, but if he doesn't retire this year, maybe he'll get a flashback item. Mario Gomez has had some insane cards in FIFA Ultimate Team in the past, and he's the kind of player who I would love to see get a flashback card. We got a flashback Huntelaar a few weeks ago, and at some point this FIFA we could get another flashback Dutch striker. Robben van Persie has had some great years in the Premier League in the past, and I'm sure a flashback version of him would have some incredible shooting stats, and I'm sure it would be very popular as well. David Villa is a bit of an obvious choice for this kind of card. The guy's a legend, he's still playing well, and he actually still gets Team of the Season cards regularly, so I don't know if EA will give him another special card, but hopefully I'm wrong. Lucas Podolski is a legend, and should he get a flashback card, it will be on my bench all year long. His left foot was incredible back in the day in regards to foot, and a flashback Podolski it'd just make me happy. That would definitely be a card that I would like to pick up. If Hulk got one of these special cards, how good would it be? Like seriously, fast, strong wingers are ideal for this year's Ultimate Team. If he got one of these cards, it would be pretty damn mad. Iniesta's up next. Now, I don't need to explain this one in depth. The guy is one of the best midfielders ever. A flashback version of him would be great. The final player we're going to talk about in today's video is Falcao. This guy's best years are definitely behind him now, but at his peak, he was one of the best strikers in the world. He does still regularly get special cards, so maybe EA won't give him a flashback item, but if they did, and if they gave it a good pace boost, I'm sure a lot of people would be interested in that card. Oh, actually, I do have one more. Aaron Ramsey has recently announced he'll be leaving Arsenal at the end of the season to join Juventus. Maybe he could get a flashback card. He was incredible back in 2014. Now, I've seen some people say that he might get an end of era card after leaving Arsenal after 10 plus years. I doubt that. These end of era cards are pretty rare and they seem to be aimed more towards retiring players. Ramsey's only 28 and he's still got a good few years left in him. A flashback card to that 13-14 season would be pretty cool though. Anyway guys, you've just seen 23 of my suggestions / predictions for future flashback cards. Now I am fully aware that there are loads of players who would be great for a flashback item, players like Juan Mata, Mascherano, Debussy, etc. But I just can't get them all into one video, otherwise this video would be literally like an hour long. So in the comments below, if there is a player who you think deserves a flashback card and I haven't included it in this video, make sure you let me know who that player is in the comment section down below. Guys, if you could leave a like on this video, that would be absolutely awesome. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thanks for watching. I will catch you in the next one.